Hey church, it's Pastor Geoffrey with the weekly video blog update for the coming weekend, which including today, July 4th, is the 4th, 5th, and 6th of July. Your pastor and his bride are back from holiday, and we've been in Cambridge since very late Tuesday night, as some of you know, and we are looking forward to a July 4th celebration at the church. This afternoon, 5 p.m. Friday on the 4th, we're going to get together for a fellowship meal, a cookout with some hamburgers and some hot dogs and some fixings as we get a chance to get back together with our beloved church. I tell you, we had a good time away for the first couple of weeks and enjoyed looking at the Lord's creation, watching our daughter get married and being participative in that. And then escorting them on the first part of their honeymoon trip to Scotland, and then we took off and had some time in Ireland, and the kids took off and went farther south, and so everything went as planned, and so we had a good time away, but some events happened while we were in Europe that we need to address, and it's going to change what we do this coming weekend a little bit from what I had planned. So just to summarize what that is at a high level is that we had a deacon that strayed a little bit from what the deacon role is supposed to be and was unwilling to follow the scriptures as to what the Lord outlines for how do we deal with that situation. And he decided to resign his role as a deacon in the church. And some of you may have seen a post that he put out on Facebook that caused you some concern. And so I heard from a number of you, even when we were still in Europe, about how concerned you were. Somebody said that, you were hurt by what he did. Somebody else said that they felt betrayed by what he did. And so, we need to address these kind of things. And so the leadership team accepted his resignation from the role of deacon. And so how do we process all of this information? So Sunday, I'm going to talk through all of this because the Lord gives us these things as times to teach. And so we need to teach what we think the cause of this is, and then we need to talk about what we did during the process as a leadership team and how we made the decisions that we made. And then we need to talk about how we deal with this going forward, because leadership in the church is pretty critical to be an example for the rest of the flock. And what happened in this situation by no means is a good example for the flock, and so we need to talk about that and make sure that we communicate all of that pretty clearly. So that's what I'm going to do on Sunday morning. We're going to have a lesson, a scripture verse set that we're going to go through from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, and the title of the message is The High Calling of Love. The high calling of love. What does love require us to do? How do we need to make sure that that's preeminent in how we interact with each other, how we interact with the community, and then how we interact when we face situations where that calling of love is violated? And so that happened in this particular case. So we'll go through everything on Sunday. And it's just interesting that these events happen, one, while we were away on sabbatical, and two, that we come back and it's Communion Sunday. And so we'll get a chance to process this information in this particular scenario, discuss that, dive through how we reacted to that, and then be able to have communion. Because the Lord allows us to be able to come to Him and to be able to ask for forgiveness and to be able to receive forgiveness. But we can't live one way and say we follow the Lord and then not live it out in our life. And so we call that being hypocritical. And so we need to make sure that we keep that fresh in mind. So those are the things that are going to go on this weekend. It's great to be back. We miss the family. It's going to be great to be back with the family. So come see us 5 p.m. this afternoon at the church. We'll have a good fellowship meal in and around our 4th of July celebration. And then Sunday, a message about the high calling of love with some perfect examples that played right out in front of our eyes. And then we'll have communion and our potluck luncheon. And so that's what's up for today all the way through the weekend. And I'm going to look forward to be able to see you guys at the church, especially tonight. We'll have some pictures for what we saw and some good commentary. I'll have a little map of where we went, so if you're curious about that, you could see where we went, etc. But we're looking forward to getting back together with our beloved church. So hope you guys have had a great week. Hope you enjoyed Pastor Jamie in his messages about the sevenfold Spirit while we were away. And we're looking forward to coming back together today and then on Sunday. So we hope to see you at the church. We love you guys, and we'll see you.